Inferno is probably the most unique map of CSGO. It's the only map where mid-control won't directly determine the outcome of the round. It's a really balanced map. The reason being, it's incredibly difficult for the terrorists to check each and every angle while clearing bomb sites, but at the same time, it is really easy for the terrorists to bamboozle the CTs by faking and cutting off rotations. It's a special kind of hell. That's why it's called Inferno. Back in the CS 1.6 days when I had just started playing Counter-Strike and I was still a little noob, I used to be super intimidated by all the angles that we had to clear out as terrorists coming into the A bomb site. And I thought maybe my opponents will feel the same way. Maybe even they will be scared by, and even they will be intimidated by the amount of angles that we have to clear out. So what I used to do was just hide behind this, trusty little tall box, or maybe inside one of those corners back in the site, and set up a crossfire with one of my friends and hope that we would just be able to kill them. Now, that's a gamble. I mean, Inferno is probably the only map where playing a passive playstyle like that and only holding the sites on the basis of crossfires will probably allow you to kill all the terrorists as they walk in. But that's a gamble. Sometimes you'll be able to kill them, sometimes you won't. There's nothing inherently wrong in playing a passive playstyle on the CT side. I mean, Inferno is probably the only map where playing a passive playstyle might work out for you. In other maps, for example Mirage, if you just hold the bomb sites and not take mid-control, the terrorists will be able to flank you from way too many places. But then, even in Inferno, even if you play a passive playstyle and have control of the bomb sites, you still end up giving way too much map control to the terrorists.
But Kripz, all that map control doesn't mean jack until they can get into the site that we're holding, right? Also, if we go aggressive, we risk getting picked off early in the round, right?
While that may be true, you have to consider that Inferno is a map where rotations take a long time. A person playing somewhere near apartments or pit takes a whopping 17 seconds to get to the B site. It's the longest rotation in the map, probably even the longest in the entire game. That's the disadvantage of not going aggressive. Inferno punishes passive play because if you stay on the sites, you will never know what the terrorists are planning. Rotations take really long, and if you don't already know where the terrorists are headed, your backup will never arrive in time. Plus, if the terrorists get control of arches and library, forget about time. Your backup will never arrive, period. Pushing a little to sometimes throw terrorists off balance and at least gathering information as to where they are headed will help you make rotations in time, and you will hopefully be able to back your teammates up better. So how do we get better at Inferno? For the CT side, here's a great example of how Astralis get the read onto Liquid. Frankly, I genuinely feel that Astralis is the best team to watch and learn from. This is a clip from Team Liquid versus Astralis in the ESL Pro League Season 7 Grand Finale. In this clip, we will see how Team Liquid are able to get a read onto what Astralis is doing by gathering banana control early. In this clip, we see Liquid send two of their players, Taco and Twists, towards the A side at the beginning. Meanwhile, they have three players towards B, Elige, Nitro, and Naf over here. At this point, Astralis don't really have an option of going towards the B side because it's blocked by a lot of utility. So, they focus on apartments instead. Now, even though Liquid have heard Astralis players move towards apartments, I want you to notice how Nitro still continues staying towards the banana area, while the rest of his teammates rotate towards the A site. Since Nitro does not see anyone on banana, he gives the information to his team that Astralis indeed are hitting the A site, which lets Team Liquid rotate all four of their players towards the site in time and defend this bomb site successfully. By taking the effort to go aggressive towards banana at the start of the round, Team Liquid force Astralis to go towards the A site, and while they do so, Team Liquid already have 4 defenders over there, which completely ruins the plans of Astralis. Here's another clip from the same match. This time, Astralis is on the CT side. In the previous example, we saw how Liquid forced Astralis to go towards the A side by using a lot of utility. This time, we won't see Astralis do any of that. They know that Liquid are on an eco and are expecting them to rush towards one of the bomb sites. Now, I'm gonna pause the demo right here. At this point, Dupree is jump spotting on second mid. He's seen Twists, Elige, and Nitro. I'm not sure if he's seen Taco, but it doesn't really matter. He's seen 3 of the Team Liquid players go towards second mid, so the wise decision obviously is to not take a fight over here. Here's the difference between pushing and pushing to gather information. At this point, if Dupree decides to take this fight up against 3 people, he's obviously gonna lose. So he makes the right decision to fall back. Instead, he's gathered information that Team Liquid are trying to head towards second mid, and he gives this information to his teammate Glaive, who will instantly push Banana. Now, Glaive knows that since Liquid are focusing towards second mid, he is not expecting any of the Team Liquid players to put up any resistance towards Banana. That's why he's able to bravely push down. Now he's seen Naf carry the C4 and go towards mid. That obviously means that Liquid are going to hit A, and they start rotating Zipnix towards the A side immediately. But still, Glaive will continue holding Banana in case Liquid decide to bring on any surprises. And now when Glaive sees these players come towards the B site, he will again call Zipnix back towards the B site. And he started rotating already. But even though they bring in these rotations, I want you to notice how Device and Dupree still continue holding mid. They want to keep tabs on Team Liquid. Now that they know Liquid are in towards Banana, they want to make sure that they do not have a safe exit and they do not have the option of coming back towards the A site. By pushing to gather information, Dupree was able to find out what Team Liquid was up to, and his team was able to rotate accordingly. Inferno is a map which is heavily dependent on information. If you can figure out where your enemies are coming, like Astralis did right now, you will be able to shut them down really soon. Of course, keeping information on their enemies is not the only thing that Astralis does best. They are also known for the utility usage. We have a much detailed video created specifically on how Astralis use their utility. You can check it out right here. That was about it on how to defend Inferno on the CT side. For the T side, it's a completely different ballgame. There's a million angles that you need to clear before you can make your way into a bomb site. For the T side, download the Wiprack pre-fire map so that you can figure out the common angles and learn how to deal with them. While you're at it, you can also check out our video on which maps you can use to get better at the game. Smokes and Molotovs are the best friends of a terrorist on Inferno. The CTs can set up deadly crossfires, but by using these smokes, you can disrupt their crossfires and deny vision to them. The Molotovs will help you flush the CTs out of their little holes that they are hiding in. By forcing them out in the open and breaking their crossfires apart, your job as a terrorist will be much easier. Obviously, there are a lot of such smokes that you can use. So many that if we include these smokes right here in this video will be way too long. Hence, we have a separate video for these smokes, so you can check that out as well. That's it gonna be from our side today, folks. We hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. Of course, if you have any questions about the game that you would want us to answer, or any concepts of Counter-Strike that you want us to cover, let us know in the comments below. Leave a like if you found this video helpful, and subscribe for more CSGO content. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
I'm coming home.